Hey, David here. Welcome on Hackages.AI. So I'm gonna just do a quick demo here of what Hackages.AI is, and I wish and I hope this weekend you're just going to destroy it because you're gonna love it. So Hackages.AI is a coaching. It's your coach. It's a coding coach. Is basically the tool that you use to just become better at writing code, but much faster than you could ever imagine. Let me show you. So it starts with a simple prompt. So we're going to ask it, for example, well, we have a few suggestions over there, but I'm going to ask something really simple so that we get the gist of what that thing can do. Hey chat, I always like to say hi. Hey chat, I would like to learn about function in TypeScript, let's say. Okay, I just give it the idea that I want to try and the language, right? And it goes back and say, hey, that's awesome that you want to learn about function in TypeScript, and then function are indeed such a fundamental part of programming. What's your current experience level in programming? Let me just say here, I'm gonna assume that I'm a beginner. I'm a beginner in programming. Okay, so we go with this right there. So our coach is going to look at it and basically say, okay, we're going to do a few things. How to create and call a basic function, or how to pass information parameters, and so on and so forth. Okay, so here I say, okay, that sounds pretty good. Let's do this. Okay. Now, the tool understands exactly what I want to go, and it's going to generate an exercise. And once it has the exercise ready, it's just going to prompt you to actually start learning. So let's do that. Click that button. Now we go here. So what we have is a threefold here. On the left, a place where you're going to write the code. In the middle, it's a set of tests that covers the concept that we want to learn. And on the right side, we have, the coach. That's basically the same coach that you were talking with there, that is now here available. All the way here at the top, you have a live button that allows you to have feedback live as you're writing, as you're doing the exercise. Okay? So we're going to go ahead and try to follow what is being said right there. One last thing is the fact that you can switch the language. If you want to do that in Japanese, please do. You will have the coach speaking to you in your language. At the moment, we're supporting just a few languages, but I'm adding language as I see people joining the platform with a different language, right? So far we have indeed English. It's a bit basic, the base language here, but you can do that in Dutch. We have Dutch people, French, German, Spanish, Portuguese, Swedish, and Japanese people using this platform. So if you're from a country and you want to have to do the exercise in your native language, just email me 007@hackages.io, and I will make sure that this is being added. Now, let's go ahead and follow what is being said. So we're saying, since you're just beginning with function, let's tackle this step by step. That's basically my coach talking to me there. So we're going to implement grid, add is event, and so on and so forth. I'm gonna do all of them so far. We're just gonna make sure that you get the gist of what this tool can do. And then right there in the middle, as I mentioned, we have a set of tests that basically cover this concept. Now, let's just start with that first part right there, which is about the function grid. So we go here. I'm really going to behave as if I'm a complete beginner. Okay? So we're going to say first question, how do you write a function? Right? What is the syntax? Okay, so let's do that. Now, ask the question, and it's going to give me a sense of like how I do that. Function, you pass a parameter, you return a type, and so on and so forth. And then I can ask, okay, what is this? What is that type? Like this. What is it? Okay, so I'm just gonna put it this way, because I'm just behaving as if I didn't know, but I want to show you the power of this tool, right? The tool is there to help you. Of course, you're going to use cursor and all these code editor that allows you to write faster. And my goal here is to say, take a step back if you really want to master the fundamentals, because the fundamentals will allow you to move much, much faster with these tools, okay? So it does explain what these things are, a string, a number, and so on and so forth, right? And it gives me an idea of how that can be done. Now, if I go ahead here and I say function and I call it greet, there you go. So as you can see here at the top, there is the live button is actually looking at look at me writing, and if I stop writing for a while, it will then give me a feedback about what I'm doing. But as long as I'm typing, I'm not getting feedback because it doesn't want to distract you as you're typing. But here we need a feedback. It says, I can see you started writing the function structure with function greet. That's the right beginning. Now that you need to fill in the missing piece, inside those parentheses, you need to add parameters. Remember, this is calling greet Alice, okay? So it's passing a name. Try to add a parameter that will catch. And then you can see all the way here at the top, it says how I can add a parameter right there. So here I can go ahead and say name, okay? And then right below, I know that I have to say return. So we're gonna stop pretending that we don't know really here. And we're going to pass I'm going to write that basically the hard way. So what am I supposed to write? I'm supposed to write something that says hello, the name. So what we're going to do here is to say hello, and then plus. So plus here, and then I'm going to pass the name, and the name is this way, and then plus we're going to do something like this, and now this one. So that's it. I have this function. Let's see what the feedback is from there. So fundamentally, you really have this idea of like, how can I get from A to Z in the fastest way possible, meaning learning new concept, learning new things. So right now, as you can see here, it's explained that you're really close. You can see you've got the function working. You're taking a name and returning a greeting. That's the core logic down perfectly. You can stop here. It should be really good. Now it says, okay, the one thing TypeScript needs from you is those type annotation we discussed. Right now, TypeScript doesn't know what type name is, and so on and so forth. So try adding string here after the name, and then as a return thing, right? It gave us already a few elements right there. So also notice that you need to export this function. So what is export, for example? So what is export? Good question. The export keyword is how you make your function available to other files, right? So you have a file here and you make it available on this side. Okay, so here I'm gonna go and add the export over there, right? And then how about the type? It says here do a string, and then here do a string. Okay, now we should be quite okay right here, and I can actually trigger. Yeah, the feedback is coming. Yeah, so you should really think of this as someone is standing right there, is looking at you as you're doing the things, and will jump in and try to help you there, right? So it's basically, I see you've got the basic structure of greet function working. You're returning the greeting and message, which is exactly what you need to do. technically we're done right there with that function. However, there's a small issue with your greeting format. Look closely at what the test expect. Hello, comma, Alice. So it means that somewhere here, we didn't put the comma part. Okay. Now, if you feel like the timer, you want to feedback quickly, you can just go here and call for the feedback, right? And then it will give you, so you disable the live feedback and then you get the feedback. Now, it says, okay, perfect. Your greet function is now complete and should be passing its test. You've got the structure down and the function and so on and so forth, and now you can move to the add thing, right? So if you never written code before, this tool can get you already to like a very good level in terms of like get something working and explain to you step by step. If you've written code before, once again you go back to the coach and you say, I want to learn about any concept, and then it will just go ahead and try to get you the right exercise, and from there start building up a set of knowledge. Here I have a lot of functions, and I'm going to quickly implement them off screen, and then once they're ready, I'm gonna show you the rest of the thing. Okay, so I implemented all the functions, and I can assess that right there after running. Clicking run right there, all the tests are passing, right? So you can do that. You can actually click the run, or you can. It's actually not necessary, because if I go here and ask for feedback, you're going to see that my code review is going to tell me, the coach is going to tell me, hey, excellent work. You successfully implemented all 5 functions and your logic is spot on for each one. I can see you understand how to work with different parameter types and return value, right? So the idea is there. We got the work done, and it's really good. Now, however, I noticed that 3 of your functions are missing their return type, annotation, look at this event and get full name, and so on and so forth, right? Think about what each function gives back. Event, return true or false. What type is that? Like literally, that's your coach. It becomes your coach. There is something you need to know. I didn't open any browser or any Google search or anything like that. None. I was right there, focused, just getting the work done and then getting feedback as I'm going here. This is the new way of learning. This is the new way of learning and improving technical skills. Yes, LLM will write code for you. Hackages.AI will make sure that you master that code, you understand it, and you can move really quickly and acquire the skill you need at any time. I did this exercise with beginner level programming, even for people that have no programming experience, but you could go ahead and prompt the tool to give you things like, oh, I want to learn about DDD in TypeScript, domain-driven development, and then there you go. You want to learn about design pattern and so on and so forth. Now, once you reach that point, you could actually trigger code review. Right? I'm gonna open it full screen here, so we get basically a more focused screen. But you can see here at the top, it says, hey, you learn. You got 70% of basic TypeScript concept nailed down, 50% of type annotation, and then you level up your understanding of function by like 60%, right? And then right at the bottom, you get indeed these the next step, and you can just pick the next one. And then it will generate a new playground, and you keep iterating. I guarantee you that if you start this weekend, I don't know when you're going to watch this video. I hope you watch it on Friday, 12th of December. If you start this weekend, you could spend 4 hours or 8 hours per day. You will get to a level of JavaScript that is incredible with this tool. If you want to get better at TypeScript, I guarantee you in a matter of like a full day working with this thing, with the coach, you get to an incredible level. Yeah, that's just, and I challenge you to do so. Okay, so I'm happy with what I got today, and I will just give it an amazing review here. Don't forget to review it. Don't forget to click that button. And I guarantee you that, yeah, that's my bet. You become better at writing software with this tool. Okay? So I'm going to try to publish videos on me keep learning, and next week we're going to launch support for Rust, Golang, Java, and PHP. These are almost done, so stay tuned for that. Cheers, people.